during the and a few. Thank you, sir.
Program.
Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, respected advisors to Governor, Honorable Secretary to Governor, distinguished personalities from print and electronic media. A very good morning to you all. We all know 3 years ago, Madam sworn on the same day, same date. Since then, she has not taken a single day off in the service of Telangana and as well as UT Puducherry. She has visited almost 18 out of the 33 districts. She made even night halts in small places and visited remote habitations, even in the dense forests where Naxal threat is there. Madam regarded the media as fourth pillar of democracy, and Honorable Governor has always been strong supporter of the media and its role in fighting all exploitation and discrimination, as well as promoting an equitable and enabling society. Madam felt incredibly delighted to have released her first year and second year coffee table books on the activities as the Governor of Telangana, published by Raj Bhavan in the presence of media friends. The schema of today program will be like this. Honorable Madam, the Secretary to Governor will give introductory remarks about today's program. Then Honorable Governor will release coffee table book and short video documentary on the third year activities. Then the short video film will be played. Then the volunteered media person will be speaking for 2 to 3 minutes from all English, Telugu, Urdu and Hindi media and as well as electronic media. Then Honorable Governor will give her speech. After that, interaction with media personnel will be there. After that, we'll all have lunch. This is the program. Now I request Secretary Sri Surendra Mohan Garu to give introductory remarks about this program.
Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan Garu, respected advisors to Governor, other distinguished guests from print and electronic media, and other dignitaries and friends. It is my great pleasure and honor to invite you all to this interactive program with the Honorable Governor on the occasion of beginning of fourth year of Honorable Governor. In this program, Honorable Governor will release coffee table book in both physical and electronic forms titled Rediscovering Self in Selfless Service, a photographic depiction of her activities during the third year in office. Madam will also release a short video documentary covering all the third year activities. Honorable Governor Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan's third year in office is almost totally covered in both of these crisply and comprehensively. Honorable Governor's systematic approach to the successful adoption of improvements in institutional systems for the benefit of the general public greatly inspires me. Working with Honorable Governor is undoubtedly challenging one, and at the same time, it gives ample opportunity to hone our skills. It has been a very good learning experience for all of us at Raj Bhavan. She takes care for the well-being of Raj Bhavan Parivar as the family head. She provided all required facilities to the staff of Raj Bhavan, including master health checkup to all. I want to thank Honorable Governor Ma'am for her continuous guidance to us in an effective completion of the task given, and I, on behalf of all Raj Bhavan Parivar members, wish Honorable Governor Ma'am all the best in her future endeavors. Finally, I thank one and all for gracing the occasion.
Thank you, sir. Now, Honorable Governor will release the e-book. I request Honorable Governor to kindly release the e-book. Books ready పెట్టుకోండి. ఏది ఇక్కడ బుక్స్ రెడీ. Now I request Honorable Governor to kindly release the third year coffee table book, Rediscovering Self in Selfless Service, the third year activities of Honorable Governor supporting silent sufferers. I request Honorable advisors of Governor to join for release of the book. And a few media friends also requested to come over the dais for release of the book. Thank you very much, madam. Thanks to honorable advisors and media friends for joining us in release of the book. Now, I request honorable governor to release the brief video documentary depicting the few of many important activities that were taken up by honorable governor during the third year tenure as governor.
From the day one, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan assumed the charge as the governor of Telangana state on September 8 in 2019. She has been relentlessly striving to transform the Raj Bhavan as the Praja Bhavan. A huge number of more than 50,000 people from different walks of life have visited the Raj Bhavan on different occasions during the last 3 years. Now everybody in the state can proudly feel that this is their Praja Bhavan, and they started calling her as the Praja Governor, as she connects with a host of different sections of the people and tours the nook and corner of the state. Suggestion and grievance box was also set up in front of the Raj Bhavan to help the people to represent their issues and suggestions, and it has become a huge success. The Raj Bhavan is now highly accessible to the women, the tribal people, especially the particularly vulnerable tribal groups, downtrodden people, students, journalists, philanthropists, underprivileged sections, and many others. She is highly educated with higher professional qualifications in medicine and is truly a multifaceted, multi-talented personality and is good at multitasking with admirable qualities. She is the governor of great repute to Telangana state and lieutenant governor of Puducherry. She is a doctor, author, speaker, motivator, teacher at the medical college, TV program presenter, orator, counselor, administrator, activist, philanthropist, and a change maker. She made a mark on her own in each of these fields. Some of her major initiatives and activities for women include holding Mahila Darbar, where hundreds of women from a cross-section of the society turned up to pour out their grievances of different sorts. There was a follow-up Mahila Darbar to track the progress in solving the grievances received at the earlier Mahila Darbar. It has become a regular and grand feature at Raj Bhavan to celebrate International Women's Day. The governor also attended Nurses' Day celebration and Mother's Day celebration and honored them for their services and sacrifices. Health and hygiene kits distribution is a regular feature during her visits. She addresses numerous meetings and conclaves on women empowerment, which is one of her passionate subjects. She also honored the women achievers from different fields. Feeling aghast and breaking the shackles of protocols, she went to the house of Disha, a veterinarian who had been brutally gang raped and murdered. She consoled the victim's parents. For the women of Telangana in particular, and the people in Telangana in general, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan is their sister. Her boundless love for the Telangana people and culture reflects in many activities. Some of them include, it is for the first time in the history of Raj Bhavan, the Telangana's most popular traditional festival of flowers, Batkama celebrations are being organized. For the past 3 years, women from different sections are taking part in the festivities along with the governor. Governor carries the traditional bonum on her head and offers to the presiding Nallapochamma at Raj Bhavan temple every year. She also visits the famous Mahankali temple at Secunderabad to offer prayers during the Bonalu festival. Braving all odds and travelling from Hyderabad by road, the governor visited the Sammakka Saralama Jatra, the biggest tribal fair of Asia, at Medaram in the thick Dandakaranya forest. She is the first governor in history to visit Medaram. The governor, besides visiting the Kakatiya architectural marvels like the Thousand Pillar Temple and Chaya Someshwara Temple, also visited the Chandupatla village in Nalgonda district to pay her respects to the memory of the legendary Kakatiya queen Rani Rudrama Devi. She visited the famous Jnana Saraswati temple at Basra in Nirmal district too. The governor felicitated and honored Kinnar Metla musical instrument exponent Mogi Laiha and Gusadi dance exponent Kanakaraju on being conferred with the prestigious Padma Shri award. All the major festivals that Telangana celebrates like Sankrantri, Ugadi, Rakhi, Dashara, Deepavali are also celebrated with festive fervor and gaiety. The governor performs the first puja at Telangana's biggest Ganesh idol at the famous Khairtabad Ganesh Pandal. She took part in the celestial Sri Rama Pattabhishekam ceremony at the famous Bhadrachalam Sri Sita Rama temple. True to her love and respect towards Telangana art, culture and traditions, the governor chose to present a uniquely made traditional lantern made by artisans in Adilabad to Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji during his visit to Raj Bhavan recently. She extended a grand reception to the Honorable Prime Minister. She takes a lot of personal interest in protection and promotion of Telangana art, culture and traditions. The governor's another major passion subject is tribal welfare and their empowerment. As part of a pilot project, the governor adopted 2 remote tribal habitations, each in 3 districts, Bhadradri Kottagudam, Nagar Karnool and Adilabad. She made daring visits deep into the thick jungles to visit the remote tribal habitations of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups people at Appapur and Pusukunta. She interacted with the Chenchus and Kondareddy Adivasi tribal groups people there and launched a series of developmental initiatives. The governor involved the National Institute of Nutrition, IRCS, ESIC Medical College, Health University and other agencies in this mission. Bike ambulances were distributed, Rajshri birds were given to them, safe drinking water facilities were provided while extending financial help to them to construct the community halls. Paralegal training was also given to the volunteers from Adivasi tribal people. Mahua nutritional laddus were also distributed at the Adivasi tribal habitations. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan also sanctioned an amount of rupees 1.4 crores for her discretionary grants for the creation of infrastructure in 6 adopted PTG villages. She sanctioned rupees 20 lakhs to build a 20-bed ward at the IRCS blood bank in Bhadrachalam for children suffering from thalassemia. It is interesting to know that the governor interacted with the tribal youth who got arrested and were in a police station through video conference. With an objective to dispel the vaccine hesitancy among the tribal people, the governor took her second dose of COVID vaccination along with the tribal women in tribal habitations in Rangareddy district. She has visited and supported the Adivasi Musical Instruments Exhibition and Museum in Hyderabad. Education is one of her major areas of interest. Being the Chancellor of State Universities, it is a constant drive to transform the state as the #1 in quality higher education. She also motivates and guides the administrators of the universities to ensure better rankings for the state universities at the national and international level. Regular reviews with the Vice Chancellors, promoting online education during the COVID, launching the Chancellor Connects initiative to connect with the students during the pandemic, and launching the Chancellor Connects alumni are some of her major initiatives in this regard. The governor has also been addressing series of convocations at different universities and colleges with an objective to present degrees and motivate students and scholars. The governor personally visited the IIIT at Basar, where the students brought their grievances to her notice. The governor also visited the Telangana University at Nizamabad and had interacted with the faculty and students. She visited Agriculture University and many other universities to galvanize the innovations, research, creativity and academic atmosphere in the campuses and to motivate and inspire students. Chancellor Connects Alumni is a unique initiative to mobilize support for the universities through the active participation of the alumni. The Raj Bhavan has also conducted essay writing competitions on the topic of My Vision for India at Centenary for the students of the state as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. She presented prizes and certificates to a total of 75 winners from the state on the occasion of Independence Day celebrations at Raj Bhavan. The governor is an ardent promoter of the National Education Policy 2020 and addressed a host of national seminars on the topic. Through an initiative titled Donate a Device, the governor is mobilizing the donation of laptops, tabs to distribute among the needy students who cannot afford to buy one. Around 100 laptops and tabs were presented to the needy students to help them continue online learning. The governor also distributed some laptops from her discretionary grants. Not deterred by the challenges, the governor undertook train journeys to districts to visit flood-affected and to meet the tribal people. Similarly, the governor travelled by train to Nizamabad to visit IIIT at Basar and to reach out to the students to hear their grievances and assure them of all support to help them continue with their academics in the best of the conditions. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan takes up extensive service and outreach activities to reach out to the unreached and to be a voice to the voiceless. She has also sanctioned Rs 10 lakh each to AIIMS BB Nagar and TB Society of Telangana. The grant aims to promote research studies on fluoride-affected pregnant women and the dreaded disease of TB. The governor, being a doctor herself, ventured into the COVID ward at the NIMS to visit doctors undergoing treatment during the peak of the first wave of the pandemic. It was the most courageous and first ever such visit into the COVID ward by any VIP in the country. Her visit improved the morale of the doctors, paramedical staff and the patients alike in the state. She had also mobilized huge relief materials for the distribution among the COVID affected in the state. The governor offered telemedicine service and Dial Your Governor to help and guide the needy. During one of her flight journeys, Dr. Tamilisai attended to a fellow traveler who fell sick in the mid-air and saved his life by offering medical care as a qualified doctor. She is leading the Telangana Sainik Welfare Board in an exemplary manner and is striving to provide improved facilities and other benefits to retired soldiers, thus paying due respect to the service and sacrifice of the soldiers. As a true patriot and feeling it as a bounden duty, she herself received the mortal remains of Colonel Santosh Babu and the other martyred soldiers who were martyred while protecting our country and paid homage to them. Armed Forces Flag Day and fundraising is also carried out to support the armed forces personnel and their families. As the head of the family, that is Raj Bhavan Parivar, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan takes a personal care in empowering the women of the Raj Bhavan by offering them self-employment training in the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now they are earning around 25,000 rupees per month and are economically independent. She selects and buys the saris for the Raj Bhavan Parivar women as the Batkama festival gift from a personal site. The governor also initiated Raj Bhavan Annam, a free nutritious breakfast to the children of Raj Bhavan school and for the sanitation and other municipal staff and other needy staff who work in and around Raj Bhavan. Keeping in with the respect of Indian traditions and culture, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan started a Gaushala in Raj Bhavan. There were a host of events celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav at Raj Bhavan, and the governor attended many events like Rashtriya Samskriti Mahotsav in Warangal and launched the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav also in Warangal. The logo of 75 years of independence was also inaugurated in the Raj Bhavan. The governor regularly visits and reviews a host of central government institutions in Telangana. There is an excellent connect with the institutions like the NIN, CCMB, IICT, NIRT, Midhani, DRDO, Ekurset to name a few. Besides performing her constitutional responsibilities like administering the oath taken to cabinet ministers, Chief Justice of Telangana High Court, hosting the Honorable President of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Chief Justice of India and foreign dignitaries during their visit to Raj Bhavan in an exemplary manner, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan always keen to be one among the people. She is always among the people and is for the people with special focus on the commoners and their welfare. She acts like a catalyst in the all-round development of the Telangana, the youngest state of the country. She is a champion of women's rights and is duly honored as the top 20 global women of excellence by the US-based multi-ethnic task force on this eventful day of her completing 3 years in office as the governor of Telangana state. Let us all wish and pray for a continued good health, happiness and to succeed in her mission to ensure a pride of place for Telangana.
In fact, all these we have seen, all these you know all these things. You have been reporting and we have been reading and viewing from print and electronic media all these activities, and we struggled a lot to select a few because there are many activities of Honorable Governor, and it was a challenging task for us to prepare this in a crisp manner for 10 to 12 minutes. Now, I request Mr. A. Srinivas Rao from Hindustan Times to speak for a few minutes.
Good morning, friends. First of all, let me congratulate Honorable Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan for completing her eventful third year. Yeah, well, Raj Bhavan has never been a beat for journalists. I've been covering, I've been in this field for the past 3.5 decades, but I have never been standing in front of other friends, addressing them from the dais of our Raj Bhavan. We have been coming to Raj Bhavan. I mean, it was never a beat actually, but only on a very few occasions, like swearing in ceremony of ministers or swearing in ceremony of chief justices and judges of High Court. But Raj Bhavan was a Raj Bhavan. It was completely shut for journalists or other common people. It was never a Prajabavan. And there are not many occasions we entered this Raj Bhavan, except, as I said, except on a few occasions. I still remember, but of course there were events which turbulent events which Raj Bhavan has witnessed. I still remember we sitting in front of Raj Bhavan all through the night in this 1995 August crisis, change of governance. But we hardly entered Raj Bhavan except on uncertain occasions. But in the last 3 years, I think things have changed a lot. We've been coming here, covering a lot of events, and governors also had never been into public. They were all surrounded by police people and protocol formalities. But in the last 3 years, I think everything has changed. Honorable Governor Tamilisai has been going to villages, meeting people, in spite of lack of protocol and other facilities. She has been traveling from place to place, and it was a pleasant experience for everybody. And I think this has really become a Prajabhavan. People are not hesitating to enter this once upon a time a fort. Now it's a people's bhavan.